a couple times. How do you feel like the transition offense is functioning right now? Is there something missing? Do you guys feel like it's still something off cylinders when you're moving in transition?
Yeah, I think that's when we're at our best. That's when we're getting a lot of open looks. The ball's moving, we out in transition, but that comes with getting stops and then getting the boards. So if we could have limited their offensive rebounds, we could have got out in transition, made the game a little more easier, but we didn't.
Taking their season to be more of a sense of calm. Like after Michigan State, it's almost like you can feel the tension, but it seems like you guys are, I don't know if quietly confident is the right phrase, but why do you feel like there's no sense of panic?
Because it's still early. We still got a whole lot of season left. So it's just a matter of us, turning it. That's, like I said earlier, that's the good part about this. We still have so many more games, to play. These great teams, and to rewrite the narrative. We can never panic. I feel like when it's time to panic is when it's later in the season. If we still doing this, that's when it's time to panic. But right now, we still got to show up every single day, and we can't be dwelling on the past games. So. We all believe in each other. We all believe in the staff, so that's why we're confident that it's going to change. It's going to flip.
And Coach Pope said he felt like you guys kind of found yourself a little bit tonight. Obviously, in a loss, it's kind of hard to take away from that. But what positives do you take away from that? What areas do you think that you did find yourself?
I think defensively, we got better. We was more physical, connected. It wasn't like we weren't leaving our teammates on the island, so we got better at that. And then even our transition offense, when we got to it, it was good. So, it's always been like positives that you could take from the game, and those were a couple.
And transition offense, is that kind of why you all pressed part of the second half to kind of speed up the game a little bit?
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah, definitely. I knew that my minutes are gonna come sooner or later, but in my mind, me coming into the game, we all knew their best player is power forward, my position, Caleb Wilson, and I just wanted to earn my minutes by playing good defense on him, and I knew the offense is gonna come naturally. I always find myself finding how to score in offense. I wasn't thinking about that. I was really thinking about guarding him.
You guys tonight had a 10-minute, 30-second stretch without a basket. What has to change to where those stretches aren't happening?
Yeah, definitely. It was, and the sad thing about that is that in those 10 minutes, we were playing absolutely really good defense. They weren't scoring, and we just couldn't score for 10 minutes, which would break the game in our favor, and we would win it in the end. But I don't know. We just in those 10 minutes we weren't following our fundamentals. We weren't making really passes. We were all trying to play a little bit of hero ball, trying to score on our own some tough shots. We were going we weren't on the 2 feet on the ground. We were making smart decisions, and that's what cost us the game. We lost the offensive rebounds from the other team.
3 Power 5 losses in a row against Power 5 competition. How's the locker room right now?
Yeah, it's definitely. We're not gonna lie that we're not worried, but we are just really sad. And it's December. Of course, we didn't want to lose every game, and we lost 3 in a row versus the ranked opponents. But we're for sure gonna be back because. We're going to learn from this, and the feeling we're feeling now, the anger, the sadness is just it's a great motivator. Plus this amazing crowd, every seat in the arena was full, and we're definitely going to bounce back. And in these tough times, we're forced to lean on each other, and I think that's what's gonna be positive for this team, because in these tough times you can't be alone. We're gonna lean into each other, players to players, players to coaches, coaches to coaches, and we're gonna figure this out and. We're turning this thing around.
Where do you feel like this team fell short tonight
I think just down the stretch, we kind of floated away from us. And I think just as the game went on, there were just a couple of plays that didn't go our way. And the outcome of the game happens. But at the end of the day, we can only move on to the next day.
Coach just said that rebounding, you guys aren't. You guys are a good rebounding team. What was it tonight? What were they doing?
I think there was a lot of 50-50 rebounds. We tried to come up with a lot of them, but I think they came up with more, and that was kind of the deciding factor tonight.
Is there something about that 10-minute drought there in that second half where it was tough to get points? Is there something they were doing, or was it just you guys?
I think shots just weren't falling for us, but we're always going to shoot the next one, and I mean we're gonna live or die with that scenario. So.
Gonzaga coming up, how you guys kind of flush this one and just move on to the next one.
Yeah, like you said, we're gonna flush this one out. We're gonna move on to the next one, and we're gonna come in. We're gonna be ready. We're gonna be prepared.
You guys kind of learn from this.
That we just need to come together when things get tough, and then just to win the rebounding battle.
Was UNC size an issue maybe on some of those offensive rebounds?
I don't really think their size was an issue. I think it was just more so they came up with more 50-50 balls. I think there were a couple times the ball would bounce out to the free throw line area, and I think their guards kind of came up with a couple more. But I mean, that's on me. I'm the big man down there. I need to control the glass, so I'm gonna be better.
With you guys being pulled from the 3-point line,